Why don't you go to the movies tonight? Why don't we go to the movies tonight? You could visit New York while you are there. We could visit New York while we are there. Let's go to the travel agent this afternoon to book our ticket. What about asking your brother for help? How about going to Hawaii for your vacation? I suggest you take all the factors into consideration before we decide. I suggest we take all the factors into consideration before we decide. Would you like to? What? Shall we go? Let's go. Why don't we go? How about going? What about going? Why is the sky blue? Why do I have to go to bed? What does, by the way, mean in this text message? How can I learn vocabulary from pop culture? Why did that sentence use present simple instead of present continuous? I like dogs. My aunt lives in Bulgaria. Cows have four legs. Do you like English? Does your sister live in Boston? Can his parents speak English? Are you ready? Am I okay? Is your mom German? Are you watching the news right now? Is your teacher wearing a tie? Are your parents planning a vacation? Have you seen my car keys? Has your dad watched the new Star Wars movie yet? Have we reached our sales goals for this year? Have you been studying at this university for a long time? Has your dog been feeling sick the whole day? Have your parents been living here since they were children? Did you say my name? Did the boss leave the meeting? Did your parents drink all the wine? Were you ready? Was Jeremy at the group dinner last Thursday? Were your brother all sports fans when they were young? Were you talking to me? Was Theresa studying? Was Theresa working yesterday at 4 p.m.? Was I wearing this shirt the last time you saw me? Had you been to Canada before you moved there? Had your mother played any other sports before she joined the softball team? Had Harry Potter used any magic before he went to Hogwarts? Had you been studying English before you moved to Seattle? Had the dog been acting strange before you took him to the vet? Had they been waiting for long before you arrived? Will you call me tomorrow? Will the city government build a new parking lot next year? Will that dog try to bite me? Will you be waiting inside or at the ticket booth? Will they be arriving soon? Will she be singing when we get there? Will you have lived here long enough to vote in the next election? Will you have finished the marathon by this time tomorrow? Will, when the school year ends, will you have been teaching there for 15 years? Will you have been running in the marathon for 6 hours by this time tomorrow? Why do you like English? Which days do you have access to a car? Where does your sister live? Who is watching the news right now? Why isn't your teacher wearing a tie? What are your parents planning to do on vacation? Why haven't you seen my car keys? You were the last person to drive the car. How many times has your dad watched the new Star Wars Star Wars movie? How has your dog learned to sit on command? Why have you been studying for so long? You need a break. Where has your sister been working this year? Why has your dog been acting strange all day? Why did you say my name? When did your parents go to the grocery store? How did your cat catch the mouse? When were you at work? Why was your mom in Germany last week? Who was in Brooklyn last night? Where were your children walking to yesterday? Why were you talking to him after the interview? What were the hippos eating when you saw them at the zoo? How many times had you been to Canada before you moved there? Why why hadn't your mother played any other sports before she started softball? When had Harry Potter used magic before he went to Hogwarts? How often had your mother been practicing softball before she joined the team? Why hadn't she been working for the government before she ran for president? What had the dog been eating before he got sick? When will you call me tomorrow in the morning or after work? Where will the city government build a new parking lot? How much will you pay your daughter to cut the grass? Where will you be staying when you go to the beach for vacation? Where will you be living 2 years from now? Why will you be sleeping tomorrow afternoon? Why won't you have lived here long enough to vote in the next election? When will you have finished the marathon? How long will you have been living here by the time you are able to vote? How will you have been running in the marathon for 6 hours by this time tomorrow? Why don't you speak Japanese? Why hasn't your cousin called me yet? Why won't you come to my birthday party? Why do you not speak Japanese? Why has your cousin not called me yet? When are you not busy?
Okay, okay, stop, stop.